Guys, it's John, and I wanted to run through our plays for today and tomorrow. A very moderate week, nothing crazy. We had a minus day yesterday. We finished minus, I believe it was minus 4.3. And then today we're up a couple units right now. We have a baseball game in play, and then the Thunder, of course. We got clipped on the Celtics, unfortunately. They lost, or they won by exactly 15, which I'm sure they probably moved from 15 to 14 or something like that. That happens. Unfortunately, we get the clips going our way, and then sometimes they don't. So yesterday, we finished, like I said, minus 4.3, because minus 2 at the Pacers. Wolves were still in play when I did my video, so I didn't know where that was going to go. Minus 3. Edwards didn't get his 31. He didn't look like he was going to get it. He didn't. So minus 7. Minus 9 with Mueller, and minus 10 with Zhang. And minus 11 because we missed the White Sox on leg 1. And then we picked up 3.6. So minus 7.4. And then we picked up 3.1 more. So minus 4.3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Again, I might be off by a decimal or two. I haven't had a chance to check my email. Chris is always on top of that. So if you're watching, Chris, I'll be checking my email tonight. Just been incredibly busy. But he's always good at making sure that the numbers line up. And yeah, we were minus 0.2 and then minus 4.3. So we came in today 154.65 positive since we started the whole thing. Minus 2 because we got clipped on the Celtics, unfortunately. Up 0.7 because we got 2.7 on the White Sox. It was a leg 2. So it was we took the cover, so 135.2 is 2.7. And it's 1.7 on the sequence, meaning leg 1 is 1 unit, and then leg 2 is 2 units, but we didn't just win 2 units back for a unit profit. We profited 1.7 on the sequence, so up 0.7, and then up 2.7 because Daniel Collins came through for us. So with 3 units in play, we can technically finish in the negative, but I think there's a good chance we get the Thunder. Maybe, I don't know about the Rangers, I think it was 0-0, I could be wrong. I don't think it was it looked like it was early in the game. But yeah, up 2.7 right now, and hopefully, and I believe, we'll finish basically 4 to 5 units in the positive, and then we'll be basically even on the week, around 160 units since starting. So that's what I think will happen. Of course, anything can happen with the Thunder, but typically, we don't lose both basketball. Yesterday we did, but typically we'll get one of them at least. So we had both favorites covering, and one didn't, but a lot of times when that happens, the other one will. So, thinking the Thunder come through, and we'll finish pretty good going into tomorrow. So for tomorrow, these first 2 I had listed already. I put them on my video yesterday, but they play tomorrow. I thought they played at 6 a.m., so I did them on my video yesterday so people would have time. But they don't play till a little bit later. Cispatas doesn't play until 1 p.m., so people should still have plenty of time. I saw he was 6th ranked, and Jari's like not much lower ranked, but he's in like the teens or 20s, and it made me a little more skeptical. But I'm still going to leave it as a leg 3. I believe Angler, he posted on here and went into how for the longest time Cispatas has been just a joke and losing. And he felt like enough people would be fading him, and they're giving him a kind of a push. And I agree. I think he just won a tournament not that long ago, and just with how, in my opinion, inconsistent he is, playing 3.5 games, I think more people are going to be on Jari for the plus odds. So we just got to hope Cispatas covers. So I'm still leaving that, like 3-4 units golf. We're getting 420, so it's only going to be for 1 unit. I got the Mets beating the Phillies. Just looks like a trap if you look at their records, if you look at their head-to-heads, all that. So we're basically going to just chase the Mets for a couple games against the Phillies, plus 125 for 1 unit. And then I do have for 4 units as a leg 3, the Timberwolves, because I have them advancing. I think they're going to advance, even when they're up 2-0. So they're going to advance, but it's going to be at least 6 games, and obviously that's happening. I think they pushed to 7, and I just think Anthony Edwards is being pushed very hard for a reason. Brunson is now conveniently banged up. So, and again, you need somebody out of the West. So I just think it makes perfect sense. You match up Luka and Anthony Edwards. And then maybe Kyrie proves to be too much, or Edwards, gets him on his own. Again, I'm more open to the West. I still like Dallas and Boston for the whole thing. I went into that. But I think, again, I think Edwards is getting there. So his over-under is 28.5, but he's been scoring a lot less. So the public might not be all over that. So I just went with the 30 points. You're getting 115. And I think on FanDuel it's 120, but my book was about 115 to go 2 points above his over under. So yeah, I got him getting 30 or more, just 30 plus. So I went with the at least. And again, we're getting plus odds on that, plus 115 as a leg 2 for 2 units. So I like the odds there. I think he comes through just because, again, I don't think he's just going to go out looking bad and then the Nuggets win 4 straight. I just don't think they're going to bury the Wolves that way, especially with the push they've been giving these guys, specifically Anthony Edwards. So yeah, like the 30 points. Of course, you could just go with his regular over under the 28.5, and you're at minus 115. And they can sometimes on purpose, I feel like, just get the exact number and then not a lot of people pick even numbers, I guess. So like they might get 29. That could happen, sure. I think there's a better chance he goes off for like 40. But I didn't want to get too risky because we already have 4 units on the Wolves winning, or covering actually. So yeah, I think 2 units is good for that one. He didn't come through for us last night, but I think he will tonight. So yeah, that's basically it as it stands. I'm not going to update it yet, but technically we're minus 1.7 on the week, or 1.8, I'm sorry, because we're up 2.7 today. But we don't know how the Thunder and the Rangers are going to finish out, so like I do every time we do the video for the next day, I'll update it. So like yesterday, we were up. We were actually up before Edwards and the Wolves, but then we lost 5 units, so we wound up being down. And then today we're up, like I said, 2.7, but we don't know what's going to happen with the Thunder and the Rangers. But this is, again, where we're at coming into today. So still looking really good, and I think tennis comes through for us tomorrow. Came through for us today. We only had one play. Collins has probably paid us better than any. I don't want to say probably. I want to say she definitely has paid us out better than any other player. We've chased her through tournaments, like I'm talking from like the round of 64 all the way to the finals, and cashed with her. She's been doing really good for us. This whole retirement tour is ridiculous, but somehow now she's playing the best tennis of her career. And I'm waiting for Ons Jobert to play because every time she plays, we fade her, and we usually win. And that's what I was doing with Tsitsipas. I was fading him for a while. Same with Casper Ruud. Again, we just got paid off him a couple nights ago, plus 470. We picked Kecmanovic or whatever his name is. Some guy from Europe I've never heard of. But yeah, there's some players I feel like they just continually sell games. But with, again, Jari being a very competent player, he's been doing pretty good as of late. And the plus odds, I still think that enough people will take Jari that Tsitsipas can continue looking pretty good like he has been. So yeah, we only have five plays tomorrow. We do have 3 sports, which is cool. I always like to spread it out. There's not a lot of baseball tomorrow, so again, I just look for the only one that I just try and find ones that either the team sucks against the spread. We don't really have that tomorrow. Teams that suck on the over-under, or they go over all the time, we take the under. That's not really happening, any of that. But we do have just what looks to be a trap, basically a pick 'em. And I thought about taking Mets minus 1.5, but so many times with like a lot of these teams, I'll take the 1.5, minus 1.5 to get almost plus 200 odds, and they win by exactly 1. Not always. Today we got the cover with the White Sox. Actually, the White Sox pretty good to us. They also covered for us yesterday. So usually I won't take a team multiple times. Once they get a cover, I won't keep taking them. But if it just looks like a trap and then they're getting like pick 'em odds when they shouldn't, then I'm certainly going to take them. So again, I try and like to go into the rhyme and reason for the picks that I make, the best to my ability. And yeah, we're looking good. I think today we finish in the positive. I think the Thunder will close it out for us nice. Again, no idea what happens with the Rangers. Don't have much of the same read on baseball as they do basketball. And yeah, Celtics was unfortunate. It's always unfortunate. Maybe a few of you guys got minus 15 and you got a push. That'd be nice. or maybe you got a lower line, 14.5. I just thought it was a lot of points, but I wound up being a clip, unfortunately. So that would have been a nice swing, but hopefully the Thunder can get it done, and again, we'll be basically even or positive on the week. So just wanted to do our recap going to tomorrow. Again, Cispatas plays a little later than I thought, so we'll have some time on him. I think Golf plays a little earlier, so I'd lock her in. Again, that's why I technically posted them yesterday when I went over yesterday for today's picks. I went into Cispatas and Golf because that way people had noticed, just in case they play super early and you didn't see the video until like an hour after they play. Now everybody kind of has a whole day to take these games. It's hard sometimes because you don't even know who's going to play in tennis, so you have to wait for obviously the results to happen and then see what the lines are for the next opponent. So yeah, again, hopefully yesterday was our best week ever. We again almost 40 units, and I want to keep that going. So I'm hoping we can have another positive week, and it'd be nice to go into Thursday, Friday, obviously with in the positives with a little bit of a cushion. So tomorrow will be an important day. We got a couple leg threes. We got some plus odds. Golf would be really nice, obviously. 420 would be a nice pickup. So a lot can happen tomorrow. So take care and happy earnings.